Hello and welcome to the video. Within this video we'll be looking at how to tell if your mash is done, giving you the green light to move on with your brew. I'll show you 3 easy ways to test if your all grain mash is complete. 2 of these need nothing more than your senses. I will also explain when mash testing is useful and why, and also will advise on cases when testing is not really needed too, for a full understanding of the whole topic. As always, this will be very much to the point to not waste anyone's valuable time. So let's get started. During your mash, you are essentially turning starch into sugars with the kind assistance of primarily 2 enzymes that break down the complex starches into simple sugars that your yeast can then ferment. A fully converted mash lends to a higher brewhouse efficiency, a balanced wort composition according to your recipe, clearer wort, and it provides your yeast with everything that it needs to ferment efficiently, producing expected alcohol and flavour. However, if you stop your mash too early and mash out or raise temperature too quickly before you have a full conversion, then you will have unconverted starch left behind, which will add in haze that can be permanent, potentially making your beer look cloudy and muddy. This starch cannot be taken care of by your yeast, leading to lower alcohol content, poor attenuation and potential off flavours that include a flowery mouthfeel, which is just not pleasant at all. Most standard mashes are fully converted in about 40 to 60 minutes at 65 to 67 degrees C or 149 to 153 degrees Fahrenheit. Bigger grain bills, unmalted grain or cooler temps may take longer, so it's always worth checking before you sparge if there is anything out of the ordinary there. However, it is also worth pointing out that mashing for a little longer is also a way of avoiding any trouble. Personally speaking, I always mash for at least 60 minutes, but quite often I will leave a mash running longer while I am busy with something else. It is vital to know that mash tests are certainly useful if you are in a hurry to move on within your brew, but are not really needed for a standard brew where you've given the mash plenty of time to convert. So let's now look at testing what you can do so that we know when our mash is converted. The first test here is the most accurate one, but it does involve buying some iodine, or iodine if you're in the US. To conduct this test, simply grab a small spoonful of wort, just the liquid, no grain bits, and place it on a white plate, and then you can then add a single drop of iodine. If the resulting liquid turns black or deep blue, then starch is still present and you still have mashing to do. However, if it stays a reddish brown, conversion is now complete. If you don't have any iodine, then you can use your senses. Taste a cooled spoon of wort. It should taste sweet and smooth, not floury or starchy. This is actually my preferred method when I need to move quickly from a mash step, or if there is a complication to the mash as mentioned earlier, around there being an extra large grain bill, for example. Another old school trick is to chew a few grains from the mash. If they taste floury, chalky or starchy, conversion isn't done. However, if they taste sweet and the texture is soft all the way through, those enzymes have done their job. Personally, I will usually combine this test with the wort tasting test to draw my own conclusions rather than using iodine. However, the choice, as they say, is all yours. So there you have it. Hopefully by now you understand the hows, whens and whys of this entire topic, and it just took a few short minutes too. I do hope that you found this video useful, informative and interesting. If so, why not consider liking and subscribing? For further support you can join the channel's Facebook group, and if you would like to support the channel then check out the channel's merchandise store, as all profits go back into the channel. Until next time, happy brewing!